All right, guys, so the last few videos, we've been covering a lot of subject, a lot of things that may or may not be taking place in the country, whether you believe it or not. We're going to talk about the things that definitely are taking place. Economy. The economy is definitely crashing. You can't deny it. It's crashing. It's all there. And the last time we saw a crash this bad, we're already surpassing those levels of 2006, 7, 8, the housing market crash, right? When so many people just walked away from their houses, walked away from their mortgages and said, well, it's not worth it. The value's not there. There's no sense in it, right? People losing their jobs and not being able to pay for that kind of stuff. And with that, guys, with what we're seeing of the amount of people losing their jobs, the amount of people going on unemployment, trying to collect unemployment, the amount of people getting laid off from their jobs, that messes with food production. So what are we seeing? I want to share with you guys, and I'm going to put a link in the description below to the video. When this video is over, go over and check it out and listen to what this guy has to say. He has a YouTube channel. He's a truck driver, and he is in Tennessee. And I believe he said that he travels into Kentucky as well. Tennessee and Kentucky is where he operates. And he shares with you guys what he's seeing. One of the things that he is seeing in his area, his town, is no milk. There's no milk on the shelves where he's at. And he's also seeing dairy farmers being told to dump their milk. All this production of milk, they're being told to dump it. And he shares the story. You guys go over and check it out. He shares the story of going into stores, and they're limiting the amount of milk that families can buy. One gallon of milk per family, I guess, is what they're limiting, yet they're dumping out milk. I just found that to be very interesting, and do what you want with that information. And then some people had informed me that happened before in the past. Around the Great Depression, they were kind of doing the same things where they were having production products be dumped, yet people were in food lines, people were in soup lines, bread lines, to get the hand-me-down, the hand-me-out government food. It's a weird process, guys, and if you're familiar with the Great Depression era and the things that took place, then you know what I'm talking about. Now, what we're seeing here, I mean, we're doing it, right? Well, here's a report from a trucker, and I've seen reports from truckers saying, hey, everything's flowing in our area, everything's good, the ports are busy. And then I've seen reports from people who said the ports are empty over here and there's nothing coming in from the other countries. So today's video, guys, is not talking about the problem. Today we're talking about the solution. We got a little fire going here, and the reason we got this fire going here is because we're clearing area over here. It's already been cleared. There's just a bunch of slash on it, and we are opening it up because this year we have decided that our goal is going to be tripling the size of our food production. And I would warn you guys as well. For the people who are who've decided to listen and pay attention to this kind of stuff, we're still getting naysayers in the comment section. We're still getting a-holes showing up in the comment section, just being rude for talking about this kind of stuff, trying to warn you guys. If you guys have watched our channel, you know that we've always talked to you people about self-reliance, being reliable for your own food, being reliable for your own family, making sure that you can produce goods on your farm or wherever you're at. Now, some of you might say, I can't do it. I don't have land. Backyard chickens, guys. If you've got grass, rip up that grass and plant vegetables. We got rabbits. Rabbits can be contained to a very small area. Doing little things to just add even a little bit of food production to your family now might be wise. It might be a smart idea to do. There's no sense in getting to the end of wherever we're going, whether you assume it's going to end well or bad. There's no sense in getting there, waiting for it to get real bad, and then deciding, we should probably grow some food. Start now. Do what you can now. If you can throw a couple of chickens in the backyard, go build a coop while you're laid off right now. Throw some chickens back there. And here's one of the issues that we're hearing from other people, and we're seeing as well, is chickens are hard to come by currently. Chicks are hard to come by in the stores. People are buying more than usual. And that should be a flashing light for you guys. If chicks are going faster than usual and chickens are hard to find, that means other people have decided to ramp up production on their farms. That means they've decided to grow a little bit more. Now, one thing we're also seeing, according to Shelby, my wife, she said that she's been ordering some extra seeds, and she's seeing that a lot of stuff is out. Seeds are out. So if you're behind on seeds, try to find some seeds. Start planting something, even if it's a couple of tomato plants in the back. But I would suggest to all of you guys, you should really think about tripling this year's production of food. I know some of you probably grow big gardens, and you've got your family taken care of. I would still tell you to do the same. And here's the reason why. Your family's taken care of for how long? What about your neighbor? What about a family member who didn't prepare? What about a friend who needs some help? You might be responsible for feeding some community this year, guys. And I think you should. Do you have to? No. You know, lock the gate and don't let anyone in, right? I think that you should have the mentality, if you're growing food, grow a little extra this year. You might have to feed some community this year. If we continue to see things go in the way that it is going, and it is projected to be worse than the Great Depression. The economy's failing is worse than the Great Depression. If that is the case, this country is in for a very rough couple of years. People who are used to just going to McDonald's, going to the drive-up window and ordering, that option might not be there. For people who are used to going to the store every couple of nights to get food after work, that option might not be there. You know, and so the criticism that we've received so far, a lot of it is, well, farmers are still farming, so it doesn't make any sense. Guys, if farmers get sick and they're no longer farming, farming is already on the decline. The people who know how to do these things, like farming, is already on the decline. Many farmers' kids are going out and getting college degrees in something else because they don't want to farm. Many farmers encourage their kids to go out and do something other than farm because farming is a thankless job. But it's a rewarding job, and it's a very smart job in my mind. I didn't grow up on a farm. I saw the benefit of farming, and we came out, bought some property, and started to build a farm. So having animals, having our own vegetables, growing our own food, learning how to be self-sustaining, learning how to be self-sufficient, that is the key. That is the mindset that's going to help a lot of people get through this kind of stuff. If you are not in place currently to do that kind of stuff, it might get rough for you. So do what you can. There's a lot of people at home right now, a lot of time on our hands. Develop skills, learn stuff. Buy books with trades in them. You don't even have to learn everything now. I've got books with all sorts of stuff that I don't know how to do. I've got books of stuff I do know how to do. And I have them as reference to be able to open up a book and look, just in case the internet goes down, just in case the power goes out, just in case communications go out, to be able to reference something, to learn a skill when maybe you can't go out to learn that skill, right? We're quarantined. We're told to stay inside. We're not essential, so you got to stay inside, right? Be learning something. Don't just be sitting down watching Netflix, binge watching shows. Learn skills. Practice stuff. You know how to bake from scratch? Practice, right? Get flour while you can. Teach your kids how to do this kind of stuff. Teach the young ones how to do the stuff that we've all forgotten how to do, but our grandparents all did. You know what happened? Our grandparents all knew how to do this stuff. And then we forgot, or we weren't taught, right? We've been dumbed down in schools, where trades have been taken out of schools. When I was coming up through school, we still had shop class, automotive class. Now they don't have that stuff. They don't teach kids how to build anymore. They don't teach kids how to work on their own vehicles. There seems to be this intentional dumbing down of children nowadays, and we've reached this place now, this weird opportunity in our world where let's bring it back. Let's learn some skills. Let's learn some trades. Let's learn to feed ourselves. guys. This hit is going to be much worse because people don't know how to feed themselves. People aren't going to have the resources to be able to do it. And it's because we go live in apartment buildings and we go stuff ourselves on top of each other. And there's no grass, right? There's nowhere to plant. Do what you can where you are. Even if it's just a little bit, if everyone just takes a little step to take care of themselves, we're gonna have a better chance of getting through this kind of stuff. So go in your local area, find a farm, guys. Reach out to a farm. And I know this is going to be harder to do than what I'm saying because I know people who are not getting rid of animals. We currently are not selling animals. We have animals on the farm that we are not going to get rid of. We planned on getting rid of goats 2 months ago. We are not getting rid of any goats. We're not selling any goats. Shelby has learned and picked up the supplies to start making goat cheese, milk, obviously, a butter. These are the things that she's doing with her time in this time. She is learning all the little things that we cannot go out into the world to go get, that might disappear from the table because of production. Simple things like butter, right? She has done what she needs to do to figure out how to do that stuff, and that is her goal. Her goal is to start making products from our animals, okay? But reach out, see if you can get eggs. I know in this area the price of eggs has gone up. I know that there's some people selling eggs, but I know people are hanging on to stuff. Hang on to stuff. For those of you that have production going on in your farm, we're gonna have to watch out for our neighbors. We're gonna have to help provide for our community. Take care of your families first, but look out for your community. Grow just a little bit more this year. Guys, and go take a look at that link. Go see what other people are experiencing in their areas. Some people are doing fine, they're not seeing this stuff, but some people are already hurting where they're at. That's it, guys. Hope you heed the warning.